Guess what? After you watch the next 6 minutes of this video, you're gonna have questions about one of the last few places in America where you could still buy cash flowing assets. That's right, the land of Jimmy Buffett, Key West, Florida. Now, in the next 6 minutes, you're gonna learn a little bit about what Tyler's thinking and how he can profit. And if you're like me and you're curious, you wanna pick his brain, see how he does it, schedule a call with us at keywestcashflow.com/call. All right, pilot investors. So we're down here in Key West with the host of the Cash Flow Guys podcast, Tyler Sheff, with over 20 years of real estate investing experience. So as I've been teasing you the past few weeks, here he is. So we're setting up a fund so pilot investors who are accredited can join in Tyler's expertise down in Key West as he takes his expertise and experience to utilize opportunities that most do not see. Key West is a pretty expensive place, isn't it, Tyler?
I'd say. But expensive is really a state of mind, right? What does that mean, expensive?
Exactly. So without putting my money into the fund, it'd be really hard for me, Tyler and I, to get into Key West. But if we pool our money into this fund with accredited investors, now we can work some magic with his expertise. So Tyler, can you talk about what opportunities you see right now?
Yeah, and I'll start with that. I thought the same thing for many years. Expensive. What does that mean? What does expensive mean? Yeah, a house here in Key West starts at probably $600 on the very low side, and the average selling price is between $800 to $1 million. So is that expensive? Well, I ask you differently. When you pool a group of people together and you can buy an asset, whether it's cash flowing or it's a single family home that you're going to fix up and repair, you can invest some money into to increase the equity. If it's not expensive if it's within your purview, right? Things are only expensive if they're outside of our reach. People buy apartment buildings all the time. People get together, they buy 100-unit apartment buildings. Mike, I don't think you have probably enough money in your checking account to write me a check for a 100-unit apartment building, do you?
Definitely not here.
But I bet if you and I and 20 of our friends got together, we could probably buy a $5-10 million building and put that in our portfolio and then share the asset or share the equity in that property. But more importantly, we share the cash flow. I mean, there's a reason why I call myself the cash flow guy, right? It's about predictable streams of income over time. What does that mean? That means that someday, those of you that are pilots, you can step out of the cockpit for a minute, join us on the beach right behind me, just kind of chill out and have a good time. And more importantly, not worry where your money's coming from. That's why Mike and I got together, because him having the experience of working with pilots and also his experiences owning real estate and being investing in circles and taking the time to educate himself impressed me. Mike's the kind of guy that makes it happen, right? Actually, he holds me accountable, and thank you for that, because Mike's not the kind of guy you want to hang around with if you're that person that doesn't perform. If you say you're going to do one thing and then don't do it, I wouldn't waste your time talking to this guy, because he makes things happen. Fortunately, I have that same feeling. I'm not the guy that stands around and thinks about what might happen. I go out and do it. So Key West, what does that mean? It means cash flow opportunities. Well, let's boil that down a little bit. Yes, duplexes here sometimes cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's the thing. A lot of them are under market rent. A lot of the properties are falling apart. They have deferred maintenance. And more people than just the people that work here want to come to Key West and live. For example, I'm renting a place right now. I have a 1-bedroom, and I'm paying $2,200 a month for a 1-bedroom. You move into Chicago, how much is a 1-bedroom? 500, 600, 700? Indiana, that type of place. So it's a different market. Is it expensive? Perhaps, if that's your mindset. But at the end of the day, if you're owning a 1-bedroom place that takes down 10, or you own a couple 1-bedrooms together in one building that bring in $50,000 a month in cash flow, is it still expensive? I don't think so. As far as the rehab thing goes, one little thing I've learned about down here is that people get a little complacent. When you're in paradise, you get complacent. And what I see is the people that are buying property down here are predominantly local. There's a lot of local purchases and sales happening, which tells me that the rest of the world doesn't know enough about Key West, or doesn't know these opportunities exist. These things get sold before they even hit the MLS. So how are we doing that? Well, marketing is the answer. We're direct marketing to sellers, and we're making friends and building relationships with the realtors, the movers and shakers in Key West, the people that predate me for decades and have been here for a long time. And these are the people that have their finger on the pulse. They control the market. How are we successful? How do we get contractors, right? We're in the middle of a COVID crisis. People have run for the hills. Worldwide unemployment, massive poverty. There's all kinds of crazy things going on. Those of you that invest in the stock market, in Bitcoin, you're seeing things like Elon Musk has a bad day and you lose 50% in your retirement plan. It's crazy. A lot of weird stuff going on. How do we insulate ourselves? Team. What I've done for the last year since I've been here in the Keys, I've spent a lot of time talking to people, shaking hands, interviewing people. I'm trying to figure out who are the best people in the business. I may be really good at what I do as a real estate agent, but I'm only as good as the people that help me get the thing over the finish line. I've been working with the same title company for a decade. When I came to Key West, I could make friends with new title companies, but when you already have an existing decade-long relationship for a company that rocks the house and consistently allows me to succeed in what I do, guess what I did? I brought him on the team, introduced him to Mike, brought him on the team, had a good conversation with him. Matter of fact, we were talking to Kevin yesterday.
Yep.
Those of you that are coming to the summit in July, Kevin is committed to be there. He'll be there. He can answer all your title questions. I don't have all the answers. Mike, I don't think you have all the answers.
No.
But with our team together, we're hiring the best of the best, circling our wagons and making sure that we can produce the answers that are going to produce results. And that's how we're going to do this. And we'd like to talk to you and see if this is something that makes sense to you.
Fantastic. Everybody knows, it's no secret, Key West is a moneymaker. But it's a high cost of entry. That's why we all want to pool our finances, pool Tyler's experience, and the experience of our two team members.
Yeah.
So we're going to be announcing at First Flight Brewery over here in Key West. We're going to try to get everyone down so we can introduce you to our team and open up Tyler's mind so you can understand what opportunities he sees, both to learn, and if you're interested in making money off of it, come on down.
See you soon, guys.